Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 1930.
Downton Abbey, the grand finale, is both a welcome and a close. For the last 15 years, I've been interviewing the cast, beginning with the series. In two parts, I'm going to begin with the men, Hugh Bonneville, Alan Leach, and Kevin Doyle. And I told them it was time to say goodbye.
Thank you for being so important to us in a difficult time, and it has been wonderful. You now just instinctively know where the others are going because you've worked with each other so long?
There's certainly a degree of that, and also we're so familiar with the sets. We've run out of camera angles in each room in terms of how to refresh them. Very often, I think directors would be slightly taken aback that we would arrive and we'd sort of understand the dynamics of the scene very quickly. So-and-so normally sits there, or how about we do this, or the etiquette of serving tea would be this, so why don't we try that?
Dealing with the character of Mosley, creating a person who is in so many ways just bumbling through everything. And you guys had, I assume, the acting pleasure of reacting to that character. Is that fair?
Every time that we knew that Mosley was in the hijinks, we were so excited to see what Kevin would do because he's such a fantastic actor. And
Yes.
I will never forget, I wasn't even in the scene, but when, in the first movie, when he comes in and he speaks to the king, what I remember of the moment was Maggie's reaction and her joy in watching you perform. And I remember at the end, she just turned and she was like, "Isn't that delicious?" and I think you can never get a higher compliment.
That's great. Oh,
You never do get a higher compliment. You can't go higher than that.
I loved playing him. I loved his big heart. I loved the fact that he couldn't count on tomorrow being the same as it is today. Things were changing all the time.
Well, now you are all going to be out of Downton. Does it feel like it's time?
Gosh, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been sort of saying goodbye since the end of the TV series, really.
Exactly.
That was our big emotional farewell. This is a perfect sort of cherry on top of the cake, baked nicely for the fans, really.
Everybody would love to hear somebody say a word about Maggie.
I got the privilege to call her mummy for 15 years on and off. As we were filming her deathbed scene, I realised that for the first time we were holding hands, which we'd never done. And I just thought how lucky we were to have had this moment in our careers to share time with her and watch her at the top of her game.
I'd like to thank you for allowing me into your world.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you
But
so
also
much.
thank you to PBS,
Yeah.
because I don't believe without PBS, Downton wouldn't be where it is.
Absolutely.
Flicks with Patrick Stroner explores the craft and culture of filmmaking that enhance our communities for television stations and websites around the country.